Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so your friends see it. Thank you.
Trump supporters are about to go nuts when they hear Joy Villa's bombshell announcement. Joy Villa is reportedly mulling a run for Congress, according to Fox News. The singer made headlines earlier this year when she wore a Make America Great Again dress to the 2017 Grammy Awards. Villa officially announced she's considering a run for office during an appearance on Fox and Friends early Friday morning. Villa said she's looking at running for office in either Florida, California, or New York, because that's where she's from and where she grew up. "If I run, I'm going to win." Villa, who's an outspoken Trump supporter, said if elected to Congress, she'd focus on tax reform, legal immigration, and helping American families. Villa made headlines earlier this year after her music video for her song, Make America Great Again, was taken down from YouTube. President Trump tweeted his congratulations to Villa following her announcement on Fox News on Friday morning. Villa is a self-described pro-life, pro-constitution millennial, who supports religious freedom and the Second Amendment. Villa said during her Fox announcement that women like Nancy Pelosi, DCA, are ruining this country. "It's time we have strong women who step up, run, win, and support the president." Amen, Villa. Truer words have never been spoken. Reporter asked if Trump worked with Russia. What Sarah Sanders said next made him gasp. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders does not screw around. The 3 words she said about the Trump-Russia collusion story was a pretty big waste of time for news outlets to spend so much time on. "Congress has spent a great deal of time of this, about a part of this year," Sanders said during the White House press briefing. "All of your news organizations have probably spent a lot of money on this as well, which we would consider probably a pretty big waste. I think that our position hasn't changed since day one. You can watch the amazing moment below at the 10-minute mark." Sanders was then asked if Trump thinks that Special Counsel Robert Mueller's probe into Russian meddling in 2016 was a giant waste of time and money. Sanders finished the response by saying, "I think we are seeing now that if there was any collusion with Russia, it was between the DNC and Clinton's, and certainly not our campaign." Jim Acosta goes after Sarah Sanders, she sends him scurrying back to CNN with tail between legs. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders has a tough job dealing with the likes of CNN's Jim Acosta. The guy is a constant thorn in her side and the most painful. Like a toddler, she has to patiently explain the obvious as he continues his quest towards irrelevancy. He went after Sarah Sanders this afternoon and was not taking the truth for an answer. So an annoyed Sarah Sanders looked directly into his soulless eyes and sent him scurrying back under the rock he crawled from to attack Trump. "I was wondering, why did the president involve himself in the Uranium One investigation?" CNN's Jim Acosta asked, "Are you trying to gin up your own Russia investigation to rival the one on Capitol Hill? And where is the president's evidence that Hillary Clinton colluded with the Russians?" The backstory is that Trump lifted the gag order on the informant who blew the whistle on the shady Clinton nuke deal. And I guess CNN is afraid of the truth? "The president has pushed for transparency," Sanders said, before crushing the hapless Acosta. "I know that is probably something new, for a president to actually push for transparency, but that's what he's done." Ouch. Take that back to CNN and hide under your desk, Jim Acosta, because you have been served. "How about evidence of collusion?" Acosta whined. "The president made a charge that Hillary Clinton." "I think I have addressed that pretty thoroughly," Sanders shot back, "so I'm saying that I'm calling on your colleague." Therein ended the lesson, Jim Acosta. As kids visited Oval Office today, Trump reached over and gave them something scary. Donald Trump will never miss a chance to humiliate the press, not even when their kids are around. It's amazing. The press brought their kids in today and look what happened. In fact, this week, he said it right to their kids' faces. But don't worry. He complimented the kids in the process. Now, that's what you call a trick and a treat. I can't believe the media produced such beautiful children, Trump said to a group of reporters' kids who visited Trump at the White House. Each kid donned the costumes they plan to wear this Halloween. How the media did this, I don't know, he added, just in case the moment was missed. He soon dropped the media angle and continued to compliment the beautiful children. So frickin' funny. Comment Happy Halloween Trump below this post and share it with 3 other friends. Let's give the media a scare. NFL Thursday Night Football ratings officially in. And they're really bad. This is what happens when you play with fire, you get burned. I guess the spoiled NFL players never learn this simple lesson. Why would they? They have been coddled all their lives, pampered millions masquerading as the disadvantaged. But with the resentment building in America, the players would be wise to listen up before it is too late. And if the new ratings for Thursday night's game won't scare the players straight, then nothing will. According to the Daily Caller, last night's game between the Ravens and Dolphins hit a new low. Thursday Night Football hit a new low, falling a whopping 15% over last week's game with just an 8.414 share, the lowest of the year so far. These are early numbers, and the game was a total blowout, with the Ravens dominating from the kickoff and finishing with a 40-0 score, so the massive drop cannot be solely attributed to the flag protesting players. That said, there is an unmistakable pattern emerging since the protests began with Kaepernick last year. Declining ratings and declining attendance. Adding to the horror is a Sports Illustrated article that shows an even bigger problem. 25 of the 31 teams have seen local ratings decline as well. Obama flipping out after his big bad secret got discovered by the FBI this morning. The FBI informant with information on the Obama administration is set to testify to Congress with information that the Russians were attempting to gain access to President Bill Clinton and Hillary while she was Secretary of State. According to Circa News, the FBI informant previously tried to testify in front of Congress but was threatened by the Obama administration. According to the informant's lawyer, Victoria Toensing, her client is not only afraid of the Russian people, but he is afraid of the U.S. government because of the threats the Obama administration made against him. The Russians have threatened him, and up until just last night the U.S. government has threatened him, Toensing told said in an interview via Will's Mornings on the Mall. After the DOJ lifted the gag order, he will be able to testify to Congress. Hopefully, he has the best security that money can buy. There are going to be a lot of people after him. Share this if you are praying that he makes it safely in front of the congressional investigation. It's time to take out the garbage in Washington. This American joined ISIS for a girl, but there won't be anywhere he's heading next. This might be the worst love story of all time. Virginia resident Mohammed Jamal Queens reportedly joined ISIS in 2015 because he fell in love with a woman in the group. Now, he's going to jail. CNN's Jake Tapper announced Queens' sentence on Twitter. The 20-year sentence follows a June conviction. CBS reported at the time that Queens had committed to becoming a suicide bomber for the terror organization during his time overseas. Queens purposefully traveled overseas with the intent to join ISIS in support of the terrorist group's efforts to conduct operations and execute attacks to further their radical ideology, said Andrew Vail, the assistant director in charge at the FBI's Washington field office. Squeeze recognized that ISIS uses violence in its expansion of its caliphate and he committed to serving as a suicide bomber, the network explained. Squeeze says he regrets joining the terror group, but that won't stop him from serving hard time. If anything, 20 years isn't enough. Comment justice and share if you think this American got what he deserved. It was all for a girl, but now he's going to be in a jail full of men.